So there is a huge conflict in me now कि अब मैं करूँ तो क्या करूँ?
Okay.
और मुझे हार्ड वर्क करना नहीं है. I've never been a hard worker in my life.
We'll
That is
come.
another problem.
We'll come to that. Couple of things, thoughts that I would want to share with you. Thanks to this rant that you have, and it's very interesting that it's. I keep talking to my kid. Like I said, I have a teenager kid, and very often I'm seen as uncool or sometimes even cool, depending upon her mood and what has happened that day, which is matching with her vibe on that particular day. Some points that I want you to think about, not necessarily talk about them right now, but because you are going through the conflict that you are. One, the examples that you gave, I want you to think they are all either in the past or in the future. In the now, as in now, when you're sitting and talking to me, that world is all a kind of hypothesis because it does not exist in this moment while you and I are talking, because this could be, if life would want it like that, the last moment of our lives. So then there will be no school of yours, no international, no drinkers model, no studying model, nothing. You are just you, I am just I, we are just sitting here, and that's just it. So that is the reality. I want you to think sometimes about being in the space of here and now. What does that mean for yourself in terms of, because that requires a lot of time to assimilate internally. We are a product of our past. We cannot deny that you studied in that school and you've gone through the experiences that you have. The teachers who have supported you or not supported you, all of them are part of your experience. But at this moment, one of the things that you have to do, according to me, to get out of this conflict is to take responsibility for your own thoughts and actions. So all of them may have been material for your thoughts and actions, but right now your actions are your own, irrespective of the teacher who told you on day 1 of 12th that this is important, or the friends who tell you, "Chal yaar, party karte hain, daru peete kya problem hai?" Either way, your life is your life. Both of them have one version of what life should be for you, but it is not your life. In fact, your thoughts are also not your life. Your life is your life, for example. Say, for example, now once you stop this conversation, your mother says, "Oh, I have some problem, let's go to the doctor. Right now, we've got to go." So all your plans, all your ideas, all your thoughts go on second stage. First stage is going to the doctor, figuring out what is wrong, and then you realize, "Arey yaar, chota kuch hai, chalo ho gaya." Then you will come back to the same frame of mind that you are. But life is independent of what Advik thinks about it, or the whole society as a unit thinks about it. The whole world together is always at conflict with something or the other. What was wrong yesterday is right today. What is right today will be wrong tomorrow. All of these things will keep happening. They are neither your responsibility nor should you take responsibility for them. But yes, the responsibility that you have to first take is for your own self and your thoughts, and stop trying to fit in or not fit in. That's not your job as of right now. Gandhi was not fitting into the environment for, but he still, after hundreds of years, we will still be talking about Gandhi because of the relevance that he left behind. You think he found it easy? He didn't. Or anybody, a Buddha for that matter, 2500 years ago. People, there were enough number of people who called him that you don't know this, you don't know that, you don't believe in this, you don't believe in that. So there are enough number of people who will go through these kind of crises. You have to come down and narrow it down to your own self and your own understanding as much as possible. And stop berating yourself for thinking like this. That is the right way to think, because without a conflict, you will never come to a resolution. Because that resolution that either of the groups, group A and group B, have taken are belonging to somebody else. It's not their resolution. They never had a conflict. Or maybe if they had, they are not spending time with the conflict. They are escaping to either studies or drinking, for example. I am not trying to run down their choices. They are their choices, obviously. But because I am talking to you and you are in the age group that you are, and there are enough of us, people who have lived the life, who will tell you, "You are an idiot. like this, if you don't like this, to learn to like this, वो सब सुनने मिलेगा. You cannot, see, don't try and take it so seriously that you have to take every word that we say is the gospel. It is not. It is our gospel for ourselves. And sometimes we even like to say things. Like my daughter, a very interesting thing, I said, chill, don't worry about exams too much. She says, you say this always, but when my results are not good, you keep saying, you're not studying. So I said, Arey, but when I'm giving you full freedom to do whatever you want, so at least you pick up the subject properly. But I also share jokes on parents on Instagram with her. If you see some reel which is like making fun of how parents talk, so she knows I'm cool about it. Some days I tell her, look, I'm not cool because I am also under pressure by other parents who are saying, कि देखो मेरा बच्चा ऐसा करता है. So while I don't give academics that much, my only rule for her is if you ever come first in class, you'll be thrashed. That's the only rule from primary section. Never do I want to see you first. And this has happened. She won some Olympic medal. So that year we sent a WhatsApp to everyone with a medal shot and look, she's got this. Next year again she won something. I said, go and keep it where the other medal is. But this year we are not going to share it. I said, what is the use? Everybody knows you are brilliant. So she also learned to see it, but it's not easy. And I will completely give this to you, all the subjects that you mentioned. Subjects means the topics that you picked up. On the surface of it, it may be seeming that you're ranting, but I don't think you are. You're just putting forward a perspective. We did start with the first question, what are the pressures on you and how do you see it? You are actually outlining all of these. There is peer pressure, there is adult pressure, there is pressure to perform and be a good citizen. You have a social mind, you want to do something for the world. My advice, 2 bits of it is just stay very, very close to what you think. Stay with the conflict. Don't be in a hurry to find the resolution also. It is quite all right not to have a resolution. Every question does not come with an answer on the same day. Sometimes this is a life-changing question and answer. You should be grateful that you have this question, because most of the people that you will be with will not have this question in their heads. They'll be ready to follow the said thing. Okay, let's do this, let's do this. So the question is a good question. You've been chosen with the question. Whatever life's force is, God or whoever has chosen you with this question, stay with the question. When the answer comes, the question will dissolve. That's been my experience so far. I have been an engineer who's become an advertising person who was never good at advertising, but I've worked with big agencies. I was told that you can't start your business. I started my business. I cried when I didn't make money. Then I was very successful. Then I started a film company. I have done everything I was told not to do. It's been quite all right. Do I fit anywhere? I still do not fit anywhere. I am in the same boat that you are. But I made decent amount of money. There are a decent number of people who trust me with my work. There are a decent amount of people in my family, in my professional circle who see me as a good professional. I think that is enough. The same funda that you apply to your friends, that there'll be few, but they'll be good, is a funda that you need to adapt for the rest of your life. Why do you have to be good in the society's eyes? How does it matter what the society thinks? The society puts everyone down. That's its job. It's a good test to have, but it's a test of patience and equanimity and maybe deeper thinking for you. But having said that, I want to ask you an interesting question. Enough of my gyan. I had promised myself the values workshop will never be about what I want to talk. It will always be the guest talking. But I wanted to give you this space to think about once we are done with the conversation. How do your immediate friends, the friends that you vibe well with, think about these subjects that you mentioned? Do you talk to them about this? What do they think?
I do.
And what do they think? Do they talk about?
They have almost the same conflicts. I mean, not regarding the drinking aspect, but they're pretty clear about that. But apart from that, they are in their own frame of mind. They are a lot of them have even more questions than I do, because they have gone through even more, let's say, traumatizing experiences than I have. one of them has never had a proper friend. I'd say till now. She told me she's never, and a lot of her close friends have also said that she never had a proper friend because she's been backstabbed by friends, or she's been ridiculed and all that, and that makes her quite less. I mean, that she just doesn't trust people that much. Gaining a trust is very difficult. And I have done that, which I like. And then a couple of my other friends, one of them is unsure about what to do in life, and he uh, he has bombed his entire academic. Um, his record this year has not been good. I think he came from some low grade school. I don't remember the name of the school, but he came from a school where the environment was not great at all. So I think that he came here, and then he is also like he's been doing very bad in all subjects, and he does not know what to do in college. And another one of them also does not know. So they're kind of like me, but they are a little bit more ahead of, like one or two of them are a little bit more ahead of me because they are slowly clearing their conflicts little by little. One of them does not like this because of her experiences, does not like this is the city only, right? And so she's leaving for college. She's going to London now. I think London, UK. So she's resolving her conflict there, and she's very happy that she's leaving. Then another one is also getting her life back on track. So they're all in different stages. One of them is kind of behind me because I think he'll start to have conflicts. He's not, I haven't talked to him about it, but looking at him, he has not had a lot of conflicts till now, which will hit him later because of the, I'd say, I'm saying, I mean, I do not support the school system, but that doesn't mean you have to fail completely, not pay any attention in class, or be completely lost. That is not the case because school does teach you a lot of stuff. Most of it may not be helpful, but there is definitely helpful stuff in school
Yeah.
which you need to study.
Yeah.
So he's
Yeah.
there. So a lot of my friends are in different. If I put it in,
Transitional
it's
stages.
yeah, transitional stages. A lot of them are in transitional stages, and I see a lot of them will be getting over their conflicts.